loves Lord of the Rings. I do. And so do all my friends. But yes, we went to a fan expo that had the Hobbits at it. And my sister waited 3 long years because of COVID for her VIP experience. And with any gathering of friends and sister, what do? Celebrate friendship. And in this case, it was with a 30-year-old sleepover. I'm going to talk about sleepover first, then I'm going to talk about Fan Expo, which was super cool. Never been to anything like that before. Here we have our spectacular cuisine of stuffed puffs. These are marshmallows with chocolate inside. 10 out of 10 would recommend. They are kind of fantastically awesome. Crumble cookies! Yes, the flavors this week were Reese's, Twix, Peach Ring, and Rice Krispie Treat cookie, which out of the 4 of these, I would have to rank them as Reese's first, Peach Ring second, Twix third, and Rice Krispie last. I just really like the icing. I love icing. If you know me, you know I'm an icing person. Rachel too surprised us all with Besties Forevermore. There'll be a link in the description below of who made this, just so you know. But it was so tasty. And those are chocolate covered strawberries, and some of them have edible glitter on them. Whoa. And we also had pizza. We got pepperoni. We also had, of course, Supreme, which is one of the most fantastic flavors ever to grace the human surface of the world. And we also have Sadie, who recently got a haircut and does not quite look herself. As my sister said, she's lost all street cred, which is sad for her. And then we have Wendy, who's being precious and chub, as she always is. And there's also my shoes that were riddled with ants that I had to jump out of because I stood in an ant pile. And here's Rachel too, Stranger Things, for the win. And we are very excited about eating. And there is Rachel 1, also excited about eating. We didn't end up watching either one of these movies. Instead, we played Mario Party and decided to take our friendship to the limits. So yeah, no Halloween or Halloween 2 to be had here. Would you like a kitten? Because we have some and they're perfectly friendly and wonderful. I love them all and wish I could keep them all, but it's unlikely that would be possible. Now, we have dip, which it was good. We ate all of that. We ate all that and we ate all the pizza, so no shame here. Surprise! Janae has now made it to the celebration of friendship. Eli said that he wanted to eat healthy today because he was better than us, I guess. I don't know. But he pulled out his broccoli and chicken out of the fridge and decided that's what he was gonna eat. And I was like, well, okay. Good job making healthy choices. I kind of think he just wanted the rest of us to feel bad, but it's fine. This is how my child came out of the womb with his feet crossed, and he always likes to cross his feet now. Just take it in, it's the most precious thing you've ever seen. Eli is gonna break open the friendship heart for us. I had to show him how to do it, and I'm like, here, you hit it with your mallet, like so. And he says, oh, I understand. I know what to do. And I said, okay. With a slight little tap, 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 his baby strength completely broke it. Oh my gosh, wow! It broke the heart. But yeah, there's little Farajaca candies in there, however you say it. And yeah, he broke that heart for us in 3 little hits, and that was it. So this is how I like to eat my crumble cookies. Split it into 4ths and share, because then you get to taste everything. But I will say, the dogs definitely wanted some of that. Eli loved his mallet, so he's dancing around. This is basically what we did. We hung out, watched Eli, ate, and then played Mario Party instead of watching Halloween. This is the day of the Fan Expo. We are packing our food, as good cheapskates do, and also Wendy was helping us pack. Okay, this is my sister's outfit, and she's going as a hobbit. Eli is casting judgment upon the entire group as he walks away. this is Rachel number 2's outfit, who is also going as a hobbit with a mage staff. You know, and then, oh, Eli got tangled up. Whoops. That's what happens when you stand too close to a twirling person. Parking was insane. So this took place in Dallas, and, you know, Dallas already crazy, not fun to drive in, as I believe most people in Texas can attest to. But it was crazy. We were getting in line after line of parking lots that were full, and we honestly should have arrived much earlier for the insane parking situation that we were getting into. None of us realized what it was going to be like. We thought that we were going to be parking in a garage, and they did not have the garage open. We did eventually find a space a little bit of ways, which we didn't really like because we didn't want to walk back in the dark to our parking spot because, you know, safety. But anyway, we decided it was fine. We packed our food in our pockets and our jackets, and then we started walking, which this I found just hilarious. I wanted to film it. Everyone is in a terrible mood at this point because we had such stress trying to park, and honestly, if my sister Rachel had been driving, she told us that we would all be in tears. And I believe that. Being the younger sibling, I believe that. Rachel number 2 was driving, thank goodness. She did an excellent job, and I just thought it was funny how they were dressed in costume and we were just walking around Dallas. But here's my outfit. I am wearing my Sailor Moon Vans. They are special, and super excited. My hair is a mess already. Did you see that facial expression by Rachel number 2? That was essentially the essence of the parking situation. We were still recovering, having almost entered the Expo, and we walked for about 10 minutes just trying to get to where we were trying to go. It was so stressful. Anyway, let us continue. So again, this is the FanExpo in Dallas. This is what the little brochure looked like. We were specifically gonna be there for hobbits. Yes, we are all hobbits here. We were going to get a picture with the hobbits, which was super cool. Rachel number 1 was going to go see a panel about the hobbits, which me and Rachel 2 thought we were gonna see, but turns out you had to sign up for that. So no, we did not get to see it, but it's okay. We had fun anyway. Then also, Brendan Fraser. Yes, we were gonna take a picture with Brendan as well. So this is what the area looked like. There was just a lot of art and whatever this was. I didn't even stop at that booth. I just was like, oh my gosh. It was very overwhelming to see everything. This had clothes that were movies. Over here, these pictures were really cool to me because they change as you walk by. I thought those were really cool. This was a cool booth. I really wish we would have gone back to this one, but just didn't get around to it because there was so much to do, and we had certain time periods in which we had to be certain places for those pictures I mentioned and that panel. Those were our big deal events we were doing. But there were a lot of people dressed up in costume, as we can see here. Boba Fett has also come here. And then if we look slightly beyond Boba Fett, there's Harley Quinn selling pictures as she's, you know, making money legally. There's stuffed animals that I wanted to justify buying for Eli, but really they would be for me. Here's little backpacks that were super cute. And here we see some really cool pictures, some of which I was super excited about. We got Captain Kirk, and we've got Captain Picard. Anyway, I actually did end up making a purchase here, which we will see in a little bit. I thought about buying Worf signed, but I did not. And then we have Data. I didn't even know Data was going to be here, but it turns out Data and the Reading Rainbow guy, I forget his name, but Data was the one that I really, really wanted to go see, but I didn't have $40 to just walk up there, so we're looking from a distance. Got the voice of Belle. There were several Belles dressed up. And then we also have, this guy was in Breaking Bad, and he was also in Giancarlo Esposito. And he was just real pleasant. He just went right up to people and was excited to see them. And then we have a dressmaker here who made that Tiana dress that I just thought was fantastic. And then we have other cosplay related booths over here. But then we had these people who were dressed up. Not sure as what specifically, but they look fantastic. So I was like, y'all deserve to be recorded. And then we have Sailor Moon walking by. Then we got these people. And then we have this whole weaponry area, but my thing was I was looking at those little keyblades at the bottom and got really excited because super Kingdom Hearts nerd right here, and I was like, this is so incredible. But this was my favorite costume, Shark Attack, I like to call him. There's more of those pictures that change. There were a lot of figurines around, and there were also these mystery boxes. You could pay $50 for like an Animal Crossing box and you'll get a bunch of stuff based on Animal Crossing in the box, but you don't know what you're getting. Here we are back at the booth because I decided to make my purchase. And they had a bunch of pictures of celebrities that were going to be here. So you could bring a picture specifically of them in whatever movie they were in so they could sign it. Oh, this one was the coolest. I got his card actually. Information will be in the description below. For a lot of these artists, anything I made a purchase from, and some of the stuff you see, I have their information below. But these I just thought were so cool, which I know is super nerd thing, but look at that. He goes from big to small. And then they all took their helmets off right as I walked by, and I thought, what a waste. I don't want to see your actual face. I want to see, there it is, that's what I bought. Gowron, the coolest Star Trek character. I'm a part of a group called Star Trek Memes on Facebook, and Gowron is a really big deal there. Big deal! So I had to buy it. And if you're a part of the group, you know. I had to go look up, make sure I was saying the right name. It's so basic, Star Trek Memes. Love that page, so shout out to all y'all out there. But yes, now I have a signed picture of Gowron, and I'm so excited. Okay, so these were super cool little stickers. They're gonna go in my car, but we have Snow White, who is the little puppet from Saw, and then we also had Belle, who was Sam from Trick or Treat. Love that movie. Love Trick or Treat. And here we have all the slasher people in the Scooby-Doo van, Ghostface Jasmine and Sailor Jupiter, which were also cool. I almost bought the Sailor Venus one, but I didn't. And then we also have Ariel and Jason. My sister loves Jason. But here we go, taking a picture. And isn't that nice that Michael Myers gave my sister the knife? That's quite a trust, I must say. Anyway, moving on. There's our picture! Woo! We're so excited. You can tell in our picture, look, my sister and Dominic are pointing at each other. Yeah, we're all geeking out now. There's me holding a picture, looking like a super dork, but very happy. And then we also found a Witch King sitting on a trash can. And then we have Mr. Freeze and Two-Face, which was really cool. And then we have Ron Stoppable, which you can see him right in between heads there. And then we have some Na'vi people, which of course Rachel too was like, you're fantastic looking. And they were. And then we have Pyramid Head with a child. And then we have Pyramid Head with Rachel too. This artist was really good. There's our information right there. I really enjoyed looking at all the art. This is the type of thing where I could spend a lot of money just to decorate all my walls. Rachel and Rachel too both purchased pictures. We got an alien, and then we also got Jason. There's his information there. It will also be in the link in the description below. He hand drew all that stuff, and these are the prints of it, but that book over there contains all of his work that he's been working on. So he hand draws this stuff, and it's pretty cool. And the prices varied based on how much color you want, just so you know. And there's Maui, I think, and Moana. That was all Maui right there. And then this was a scarecrow I just thought was really cool. After that, we needed a snack, so we got some Dippin' Dots. Ice Cream of the Future, which came out a long time ago. And then we found Boromir, who had just been shot with 2 of the arrows. And then Boromir is going to be trapped here with us for a while. We're all sad about Boromir, except for me. Apparently I think it's cool. And there we go, Brendan Fraser happened! Oh my gosh! He's also holding Rachel 2's staff, so that's really exciting. His hand oils will be on her staff forever, and I told her she should put saran wrap around it. It's a joke, okay? It's not serious. But now we all have our pictures, and we're ready to go on to the next event. That was a string from my sister's pants. I did not want to pay $5 for a lanyard. Turns out, good thing we didn't, because there's free ones at the information booth. So if you come to a FanExpo, don't be tricked. You do not have to buy one of those $5 lanyards. Get the free one, unless there's one you really want to buy that's worth $5 to you. Or bring your own. Bring your own lanyard. We've all got one, right? Okay, so this is called Dark Hour, and that thing was really creepy. Those girls were scared. But I just thought it was really cool. It's basically a very, very scary haunted house that they're already advertising, and they can touch you and stuff and poke you. So that is scary. Also, here we go. We got R2-D2 and Friend. Not gonna try and pretend I know who that one is. They chose us to come up to, me and Rachel too, and it was so exciting. So I had to leave them in here. They're also gonna do a little happy twirl. Yay! And there's the other friends that are just against the wall. And we also have another droid. So at this point, we were all tired of walking around, so we went and watched other people play Super Smash Bros. As an excuse to use their chairs. It was a solid plan, and we didn't get kicked out. Now we are waiting in line with Rachel number 1, so she can go to the Hobbit forum. So here we have Luigi from Luigi's Mansion. He was scared of the ghost that is behind him, which is a Boo. I love Boo. Boo's my favorite. And there was Boo's holder. We gotta make sure the Boo doesn't get away. And then we also had Freddy, who took their head off as they were passing, and I said, oh, and they put it back on, so sorry. So at this point, we're gonna get to the actual footage of the Hobbit experience, which again, me and Rachel 2 were not at. It was just Rachel 1. She had her VIP pass, which she had had for 3 years. It was called Hobbit's Unexpected Reunion. So it's all 4 of the Hobbits from Lord of the Rings, and they're just reuniting and chatting with everyone. And it seemed like a pretty fun deal. I'm gonna roll some clips here and then explain what's happening, but they were very interactive with the crowd and all positive things.
It feels rewarding. It feels like after 21 or 22 years, well, the relationship is still solid.
Well, the 4 of us, these 3 men, we haven't done this together in...
Ever?
Well, we certainly haven't done this together. And we haven't been in a space together in a very, very long time. It's lovely.
Out of the 4 Hobbits, whenever you watch the movies, know that I am a straight up Pippin and my sister is Merry. Rachel 2, I'm not 100% sure. I would say mixture between Frodo and Sam. She's definitely a supportive friend, but I do think she would be strong enough to hold the ring. This next part, they're going to talk about how they flew into Dallas, and they normally all go eat together, but apparently it was a little different this time.
Well, this is going to get ugly now. we had decided to all go for at least one dinner whilst on these trips. So we went for a lovely dinner in Calgary, we went for a lovely dinner in Orlando, and we went for a lovely dinner last night in Dallas. And Sean shied off and went home and ate a Snickers and drank a bottle.
I blame Dallas. I got off the plane at 5:30, and when I stepped off the plane, it was like an 800-degree blast furnace. I can't go in sweat and like dripping. I need to go to the hotel and shower. And then I got to the hotel, and I'm like, I'm too tired. But would you like to get dinner this evening?
Love that. Yeah.
On that note, just so you know, they did not get dinner this evening, at least out at a restaurant, because my sister told me she was listening to them ordering food online. So, just calling you out, Hobbits. You didn't quite go anywhere, but maybe you hung out while eating.
Well, Billy said as soon as Sean made mention that he was arriving late into Dallas, Billy's been, he's not coming. He's not.
And I was so hungry, and they kept saying, they were like, let's wait and see when he gets here. And I was like, oh, Can we just order? I was like, because we were going to get that, what's it called?
Omakase.
Omakase, where they just bring, it's like a sushi, but they bring whatever the chef wants to bring. And I was like, well, we'll just keep piling Sean's up. You know? And then when he comes, he'll have like 5 courses.
A feast in front of him.
Yeah.
11s and second bread, like you just, yeah, absolutely.
Welcome to San Antonio.
I was in San Antonio last weekend.
I don't think I've ever been to San Antonio. Isn't there a river walk in San Antonio?
There is. It's very pretty.
It's where the Alamo is, dude.
Just so you know, Frodo, the Alamo's a pretty big deal in Texas. So thank you, Dom, for knowing that's where the Alamo is. He probably went to go visit it. Because you have to go and remember. That's basically Texas law.
It's way too hot here. I was in San Antonio last weekend and I was like, man, this is hot. I don't know how you guys do it. It's impossible to be out in this heat. It really
You were like, oh, Mordor, something more. I'm like, Mordor wasn't humid.
Just so you know, I really liked the reference to Mordor. Sam does a very good job of making the Lord of the Rings references throughout. Right, what they're about to do is learn how to line dance and line dance the Cotton Eye Joe, because that's apparently what we do here. we line dance to the Cotton Eye Joe.
It's how we express ourselves in country.
But y'all have two-step too, right?
We do have two-step.
It's a 4-step.
So like, do you know the Broken Spoke in Austin?
Yeah,
That's a two-step bar,
that is
right?
a two-stepping bar.
Not line dancing.
Do they line dance? I mean, often at two-stepping bars, like they'll like have a couple songs and then they'll line dance a song. Yeah.
Come on, wait.
Okay, you ready? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. Kick up and touch your thing. 1. Kick up and touch from the back.
Okay.
And then you're gonna step. Step.
Okay.
And then we turn.
Oh my.
We come back. And we start all over again because it's over and over.
So I don't want to get flagged by anything on YouTube, so get ready to hear my fun little rendition of Cotton Eye Joe, just for the hobbits.
Amazing Hobbits, all the things we never thought you would see. The crossover we didn't know we needed. Okay, are you guys ready? He is extra ready. Okay, let's go ahead and turn it on.
This next part that you are going to be saying is they're doing very pixelated pictures of Lord of the Rings first, and they're trying to guess what that is a picture of. And then after that, they do very pixelated pictures of one of the hobbits outside of Lord of the Rings. So this is a game. My sister told me apparently Frodo and Merry did very, very well, and Billy Boyd, aka Pippin, did not do well. And I think Sean did okay. I don't quite remember what she said about him.
Off the wooded road.
Okay.
Again. As Frodo puts the ring on and the ring wraith creeps over.
We're gonna slowly unpixelated.
Brilliant, Elijah.
That's really impressive. Y'all, that's not where I thought that was gonna go. I saw that.
Is Frodo reaching up to catch the ring that falls on his finger and puts it home?
My God, I know. I feel the same way. Yes, man.
He comes out of the garage holding like a child.
It might be.
Wait.
Unpixelated.
It's, yeah, I was gonna say, it's in Moria. It's Gandalf in Moria.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
And look at
It's fine. Old Bilbo?
Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas.
It's old Bilbo. That's what
Dallas, Texas.
Texas, go.
It's Orlando Bloom. With his lovely long blonde locks. His bow and arrow.
Yeah. Orlando's on the right.
Where?
Bill, bye-bye, Bill.
Bye-bye, Bill.
Yeah. We sent.
He was making a joke about the horse, so just so you know. So as you can see, horse on the left, Orlando on the right. But I thought that was hilarious.
It's Dom in Lost.
Damn.
At this point, the hobbits are giving their hobbit self advice, life advice, that they think would be beneficial to them.
Changes shape or something in fire, don't take it.
That's good advice.
How about you, Don?
Mine's more, yeah, a little bit like Sean, kind of hobbity stuff. Enjoy time with your friends. Don't sweat the small stuff. You know, have a nice time with the Green Dragon. Live in the moment. I think all the hobbits are probably quite good at that. Maybe to a lesser extent, Frodo because of what he went through. But I think they all have an ability to just be in a way that maybe humans can.
They're all going to test out their Smeagol, aka Gollum voice, and they're trying to say, "What's Tater's precious?" as he does in the movie.
What's Tater's precious?
Yeah.
What's Tater's precious?
Who's gonna go first?
I know that I am going to be absolutely awful at this, so can I
You go first.
Okay, then we'll go down the line.
What's Tater's precious?
Like
Larry the Cable Guy.
and Yoda a little bit as well.
What's Tater's precious? Is that close enough?
Yeah.
Much better. Okay,
Like-
you're gonna go next, Don.
What's Tater's precious? What's Tater's precious? What's Tater's precious?
I would have to say, I really think Elijah did the best there, but Billy definitely did the worst. So everyone else was just kind of rifting in the middle there. So now they're doing stuff with the audience. This first one is kind of gross to me. I don't know if you'll actually be able to hear what happens, but we'll see.
What about this, right? Because we're in a massive gang, and we've never done this before. You guys might. This is either gonna like curdle your blood or you're into it. On 3, could everyone crack their knuckles? 1.
Hold on, just a quick, if you do this at your own risk, the convention is not responsible for any long-term calcium damage.
If you don't want to do it,
You signed a waiver when you bought the ticket. It's gonna be okay.
don't want to do it, don't do it. But here we go, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
At this point, Sam decides it's a good idea to just bring down the crowd with the Addams Family. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I don't know. I think I was starting to do something else, but you know, the Addams Family with all the snaps and stuff. Yay. So that's what they did for a little bit there. While Rachel number 1 was off having a super awesome time in the expo with the Hobbits, this is what me and Rachel 2 were doing as we sat in the car waiting, making pictures. And then I just wanted a picture of me trying to look like Gowron with his protruding eyes, which I couldn't quite accomplish, which maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing. But there he is up close and personal. I also purchased this postcard-sized Sailor Venus, and I wanted to get a picture, and then Rachel was assisting me holding the picture, which, thank you. Anyway, we also bought some more stickers by this person, Daria Aksenova. Probably butchered it, but way cool. Look at that. That's like a dragon and a lady, and it sparkles. Who doesn't love that? And then we also have Space Shark, which was my sister's, because she has a thing for Jaws. So after Jaws conquered Earth, it would make sense for him to go to space, just like Jason did for Jason Goes to Space. Then we also got this free comic. Well, I say we, I did not get this free comic. I was denied a free comic. But Rachel too got the free comic, and it was interesting. We read it in the car. Basically, it's very women empowering. It kind of had a Dragon Age type of feel. And then we also realized, hey, we're actually parked really close to this building that's lit up green in Dallas all the time. So we decided that that was cool. You can tell how downtown we were. My sister, Rachel 1, who went on the VIP experience, that she waited 3 years to do this experience. And this is the advice she had to say about it. I am reading a text. I would 100 recommend the backstage pass and golden ticket option for the panel. So you had a golden ticket option, there were different options. She recommends the golden ticket option if it's in the budget, because it was totally worth it to see all the Hobbits' facial expressions in real life rather than on a screen, which I would have to agree. Honestly, that would have been fine as well. I just am such a huge fan that I had to splurge. Being able to be in the front part of the seats was everything to me personally. The staff working were very professional and nice. The Hobbits themselves were lovely and very obliging for the long day that they had, and they did have a long day. They had several different picture options with Merry and Pippin, Pippin by himself, Merry by himself, Elijah by himself, Sam by himself. They had a long all day thing. Also for the VIP people, they had photographs for them if you didn't bring anything personal for the Hobbits to sign, because they were also able to sign something. They had both a black Sharpie and a silver one to sign, so regardless of what you brought, if it was too dark, they could use silver. If it was really light, they could use the black one. It was a late night and a long day, but so worth it. Also, read all the emails closely. If you have questions, best go to the booths labeled information than asking random staff members. I agree. The information people definitely knew all the information for us. She also said, if you're dressing up, which everyone should, I didn't because I didn't get it together in time, and that's what happens, and I'm disappointed in myself, but we won't talk about that. She says maybe pick someone other than Gandalf to dress up as, unless he's your complete and very much his favorite. There's lots of Gandalfs, which it was true. It was about every line you'd see a Gandalf wandering around. But Witch King? Yeah, do that. That was cool. And they were on stilts and stuff. Man. She would also say for a fan expo, book more than one celebrity experience to fill up your time. Otherwise, you'll have a lot of time. If you get dressed up, expect to take a lot of pictures with people. I can't tell you how many people stopped that gosh darn pyramid head because they were so cool. So if you're planning on being something super cool, just prepare to get stopped and take pictures. And everyone was very nice about that. I feel like they understood what they were getting themselves into. I personally would say get there early for parking. Parking is so crazy, at least in Dallas. But that was way more stress than we could imagine or fathom possible. So again, thank you, Rachel, too, for getting us there safely and getting us home safely. And she now has the trump card of, I drove us to the Fan Expo. So we can pretty much do whatever she wants now. And we won't care. Because she did, in fact, drive us through, essentially, Mordor. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on what we are up to over here. Hope you have a super awesome, spectacular day. And we'll see you out there somewhere. Bye!